Quiet and cold perfectly sums up Dean Lowry's first playoff game in the NFL. Despite not recording a tackle in the Packers' 38-13 win over the Giants, he still believes he completed his main objective. It was a fitting end for Fred VanVleet's homecoming Saturday night at the Sears Center, scoring a team-high 23 points, including 2 clutch free throws to give his team the win in front of friends and family. And normally I would toss it back to you guys. Not a goalkeeper, never was, so I'm going to have to head it back to Mike and Brianna. I hope this goes well. I was off the mark. Back to you guys in the studio. It's been 3 years since the last time the Blackhawks owned a first-round draft pick, but tonight they are on the clock with the 26th overall selection. Now, originally, I thought there cannot be as much drama here tonight as there was at last night's NBA draft. Well, I was dead wrong. I'll get to that in a little bit, but tonight is a big night if you're an Ice Hogs fan.
Mike?
Thanks, Sabrina. Yeah, we're about 8.5 minutes away from a possible state championship for Forreston as they lead 20-7 right now in the fourth quarter over St. Teresa. It looked like the game. Make that 26-7. It looked like at the beginning that it was going to be a stalemate, 0-0 for about a quarter and a half. Then midway through the second, the gates blew open. Heading into the spring, the IHSA set new pitch count rules, setting mandatory rest for pitchers depending on how much they throw. But while the overwhelming majority agrees with the decision, one local coach believes more needs to be done to help prevent arm injuries.
Don't slow your motion down.
Harlem head baseball coach Scott McCloy does not go anywhere without his handy pitch count rest schedule. It tells him how many days a pitcher must rest, depending on how many pitches he throws in an outing. He says it gives him one more thing to worry about during the game.
It definitely adds a lot of strategy for coaching and trying to get kids in, especially in the Nick 10 when we play 3 days a week. You get to have a deep pitching staff to win the conference.
Huskies ace Jake Nimps agrees with the changes, saying it will only force pitchers to attack batters earlier in the count. The senior says he has never experienced any problems from throwing too much, but this should help out players in the future.
When you're in the game, you kind of don't think about it because of the adrenaline is just kicking in. But obviously after the fact, when you're throwing 120 pitches, you're going to feel it the day after, so just kind of protect everybody.
But while the IHSA moves in the right direction, travel ball may be lagging behind. With the recent rise in youth hurlers going under the knife for Tommy John surgery, McCloy believes year-round play might be to blame.
Nobody's controlling the travel teams in the summer. There's no control over that. So, as much as we're trying to do it during the high school season, which is, 2 to 3 months, there's really no control over this, the summer travel ball. I think we need to get a hold of that because sometimes those kids throw more pitches during the summer than they do during the spring.
The training and focus needed to become a U.S. Olympian is constant, but one Auburn junior believes he has what it takes to make the team, and he may have the skills and tools to get there.
With the progress we've been making, we keep getting better and better, keep winning championships. 2020 looks pretty good.
Just as he does in the ring, Angel Martinez never stops bobbing and weaving, shifting his energy to the next big obstacle. After winning a second straight national championship and with the Chicago Golden Gloves approaching, his dreams remain set on the Tokyo Olympics. His main motivating factor to get him there? Fear.
For someone taking my spot, someone being better. I mean, just to keep up and keep up where I'm at. To think about like I was there, I was that good. Just want to stay up there.
The 16-year-old and his coach Jimmy Goodman have been training at Patriots Boxing Gym for the last 5 years, sometimes twice a day leading up to tournaments. Goodman says his teenage prodigy is on his way.
He just got to keep doing what he's doing. It just takes time once you get in there with the older guys and you keep mature process. As long as his strength keeps coming, his speed comes along, that just takes time. Right now he's already training top level where he needs to be. I mean, otherwise he wouldn't be number one.
And if last week's tournament in Kansas City can help us forecast Martinez's run at Olympic glory, his dreams are already coming true.
It was a lot of anticipation leading up to it. I even dreamt about it the night before. I was like on a podium, I had a gold medal, and then waking up and realizing I had to do it, actually do it. It meant the world going out there and getting the win.
The opening of the Indoor Sports Center at Mercy Health Sports Core 2 marks a big milestone for soccer in the state line. And for many of its younger athletes, they see it making a big impact on the future.
They have already lived what we want to be.
14-year-old Danny Baker aspires to reach the heights of former U.S. stars Mia Hamm, Christine Lilly, and Tisha Venturini. And with the addition of the new indoor sports center, he believes it can take Rockford to a new level as well.
Saying that we can get people like this to come here and help everyone, I think is going to help young people a lot and get Rockford on the map, I guess.
In addition to all of the outdoor fields at Mercy Health Sports Court 2, ISC provides even more space for a variety of sports inside. For former Harlem star and current UW-Milwaukee defender Michaela Schmelzer, she says she would have benefited greatly from a facility like this when she was younger.
Rockford has just changed completely from soccer because there's so many kids that come here to play tournaments and practice from in Chicago. Just everything they're adding here is amazing, and if I could have this when I was younger, it'd just make a whole difference.
Schmelzer helped out with the World Cup Trio's Team First Soccer Academy. Lilly had trained at ISC years ago while on the national team and could not believe her eyes when walking into the expansion.
We grew up playing on fields that we were lucky if there was grass on them half the time and in school gyms. So that to have this facility for these young kids to play in and to compete in and bring people from outside of Illinois and Rockford area is pretty incredible.
And for Hamm and Venturini, they say it will be a monumental asset for the state line.
It's spectacular. You know, this community is very fortunate to have an amazing facility like this.
We didn't have anything like this when we grew up. We were playing in our garage or on the softball diamond, so there's going to be a ton of kids that benefit from this facility. I mean, millions, so it's really great to see.
Becoming a Ninja Warrior takes a lot of strength and energy. I found that out the hard way when flying and flipping with a few of the state line's youngest ninjas in training at the Gymnastic Academy's newest attraction.
Run, run.
There's definitely no shortage of liveliness at the Gymnastics Academy's new Ninja Warrior Training Center.
Yeah, there you go.
And for kids like Yassine, Safa, and Logan, the class is teaching them all sorts of stuff.
You get to learn how to do backflips, do smoke bombs, do front flips, and learn how to climb good.
I want to be a ninja so I can do a ninja roll and I can be strong.
I get to do all these crazy and awesome stunts that can be pretty dangerous.
When met with the challenge of competing with me on the course, some of the kids may be a little too confident.
I would do dabbing at you and kind of choke you.
And what? And
choke you.
I will throw bombs. And I will be faster than you.
For these parts, I would be very stealth and quick. On that part, I can't really get that part yet, but still I can get the door like a mastermind.
But how hard could it actually be?
You probably could get through it. I'd probably say you have a little bit of trouble with the warp wall, the high-end warp walls.